Hello, Cougars. My name is Christine Vaughn, and I'm from the Office of Communications. And I'm here to talk to you about how you can stay informed, engaged, and connected to what's going on your university, and the ways in which the university does that. So let's dive right on in. First, a little bit about the Office of Communications. We are about advancing the mission of the university. But what does that mean? That means we're about connecting, sharing, and engaging with our students, our faculty, our community, and letting everyone know what's happening on our campus. We do this in many ways. Yes, yours truly is sometimes on Channel 10 News, but really this is about social media. It's about our website. It's about email announcements, whether it's the university magazine, it could be the mobile app. All of these are different avenues and platforms that the university is sharing and connecting with you and bringing that content to you. So let's dive even a little deeper into how we keep you informed. The most traditional way you're going to think of these days is your inbox. And yes, you will be getting emails at your Cougar email address. But what you're going to start getting is this week at CSUSM. This is our weekly, you can think about it as a Reader's Digest. It has upcoming events, top announcements, campus notices, save the dates, all this information in one spot for you. This will be in your inbox every Monday, and it's important to look at. Sometimes it will be, hey, what's the big event happening at U Hour this coming week? Or it could be, what is the scholarship? Oh yes, the scholarship deadline is coming up on Friday. Or it could be, hey, you may want to take the Barham entrance to campus because there's going to be construction on Craven. All of this important information you can find in This Week at CSUSM. You'll also be getting the News Center. This is the breaking and exciting news happening on our campus. Whether it's our surf team winning a championship, or maybe it's actually about the surf flume research, or any story in between. This is a place where you can learn and connect about what's going on our campus. You'll also start to receive periodic messages, this being from our university president, our leadership, about what's going on so that you can stay informed. You will also find communication online, whether it be the university homepage, which is a great first portal, especially the homepage. Type in anything in the search box, and that results will show up for you. You can also go to the news site, or our social media, or our mobile app, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. But I also want to point out the case of an emergency. When an emergency is happening on our campus, you will be notified using our emergency notification system. This will be the phone number you set up through My CSUSM. When an emergency is in an active state, you will be getting communications through that portal from our university police about your safety, about where to be, and important information you need to know. When we are no longer in an active emergency, but the situation is still ongoing, the Office of Communications takes over that communication channel and begins to, through social media on our website, share information. I like to give the case of the example of when we had our wildfires on our campus that happened during finals week. The emergency notification notified everyone that they need to have an evacuation on campus, protocol to follow, as our campus did evacuate. Once our campus was evacuated, there was obviously a lot of questions. Do I need to continue taking my final? What's happening about commencement? A lot of questions that students had, even faculty and employees. Turning to the university social media channels, we were able to provide that information, also through our news site, letting students know that, in fact, all the finals that hadn't been taken got canceled, and commencement got moved, and other important information that students needed, even regarding move out. So when an emergency happens, turn to the university Twitter channel first, turn to our news site, news.csusm.edu, to know the latest information, the latest informed and accurate information so that your safety and your knowledge of what's going on remains a top priority. Next, I encourage you to download the app if you've not done so already. You can find it on the App Store, and so all of this information I'm about to share you can find through the app. So let's just say you're trying to find a study space. The app can tell you that. You can say, I'm looking for a study space for myself and 5 of my classmates. You can actually reserve a study space using the app. Want to know if you've got time to get a Starbucks drink before class? Believe it or not only will the app tell you the hours, it'll also show you the line, so you know if you actually have time to get a Starbucks before you go to class. It also has access to Cougar courses, My CSUSM, so you can pay for classes, you can even register for classes using the app. You can even have your ID, your university student ID, in a mobile form with your own code through using the app. So I encourage you to download that. It'll even show you if a parking lot is full before you get to campus. So important information right at your fingertips. So download the app today. And now I would like to point out our different social media channels. The university is on over 20 different social media channels, but you may be more familiar with these top 4: our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook, and our YouTube. All of these at CSUSM. But let's just say during today's presentations or as you're getting acquainted to Cal State San Marcos, you're trying to find an official university account. You're looking for it through a social media platform and you're just not finding it. And you're like, what is the handle for the College of Humanities, Arts, and Behavioral Sciences? That can be a mouthful. Well, you're in luck. We have a directory of all of the official accounts on our university website. So go to csusm.edu/social to review that full list and follow the channels that are important to you. And then if you're wondering, well, what kind of content can I expect to find when I'm following CSUSM? Sometimes notices, sometimes fun and playful content, the stories. We often repost our students' content as well. So it's a great place to stay connected to students and to Cal State San Marcos throughout your career and beyond. And then personally, my favorite, Cougar Spirit, because we have spirit, yes we do. But something to know uniquely about our spirit is that you'll never see the Office of Communications using stock photography. Every image you see around campus is of a student. And believe it or not, it next could be you. You're going to start to see university photographers and videographers, many from the Office of Communications, at different events. Whether that be Weeks of Welcome, which is the first 2 weeks of the fall semester, Homecoming in the fall, U-Hour events where there's no classes between noon and 1 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, athletic games, you name it. You're going to see our photographers, maybe in the bushes, capturing cougars in their natural habitat. But I kid, but really what you're going to see is our photographers capturing our university experience. So if you're ever wondering, who is that person? They're from the Office of Communications. And if you're ever interested, we do have internships. Something to keep in mind. And then again, just knowing that it really is, CSUSM is as original as you are. So if today's presentation leaves you with any questions, or if as you start your Cougar experience here at Cal State San Marcos, you do have questions about being connected and informed and engaged in our campus, you can always email us at publicity@csusm.edu. Welcome, Cougars. It's going to be an exciting time.